like advisory group. That our project is mainly to understand and how to take the finance to the unreachable geographies. So before this meeting, we had lot of meetings with between M2I and Sadhan. Basically, I had a lot of discussions with them that how to frame it. The genesis of this is, that me and Mr. Maman, we went to meet CMD sir, CMD Sidvi, and he was telling that how can we do it, and if the microfinance institutions are there or other institutions are there, why don't we use this channel to do? Then we wrote a mail to him with giving some information about the unreached geographies, and then from CDB only they suggested us that before financing those institutions to take it forward, why don't we do a study? Then it will be a basis for this promoting finance to all those unreached geographies. So
Right.
this is the genesis of everything. Now we have worked with you. You have sent us a proposal. Then we have also modified it. I mean, not that much. And then we have sent it to SIDBI, and SIDBI told us that yes, we can do that one, and they have approved our this study project, but with a caveat that there will be this your advisory committee to look at the study, how are we doing it, and if there is something new, if we include in that one. So we had to develop that one, and that's on the personal basis, one-to-one in talking. And now we are here to understand from you that how are we going forward, what are you thinking. Before that, I would like to hear from Mr. Mamin also, that if he has something to tell us.
No, I think Saibal, you have told background of that, and that is what I have nothing more to add. Only thing is that, see, basically what we are looking at is that, see, if you see the present the level of microfinance in the country, you find that it's very highly skewed. Around 200 districts, top districts, have around 70% of the microfinance portfolio, and the remaining 500 districts are having 30%, which means some 300 to 2 to 300 districts may not be having any presence at all. I'm talking about microfinance institutions. So, what is the reason for low penetration in such districts, and what should be done to improve the penetration level? That's what we are looking at. So at least, if not the entire country, because we know that certain areas may not be possible at all, but at least there are peripheral areas, because that growth of spread of microfinance is not becoming that, it's not getting faster. Maybe slowly this year we could see one small change is that there was a growth of around 18% as far as the customer base is concerned. That means probably some expansion must have happened too. That's what I assume. We have to get the final data now. We have not got that, but still it's very slow. So why those districts, especially those, I'm talking about some of the peripheral areas, which still not been covered properly. Why it is not getting covered, and what are the reasons? So we should be identifying some of the areas like that and looking at the reasons and come out with some kind of a conclusions, the reasons as well as the way forward. So that's what.
Right. In UP, if you see that this Ravasti area, it is not that much penetrated, but it is not that we cannot do it. The major problem is that every year they get this flood in that zone. So this is one of the areas. But we have seen, similarly we have seen in Assam that in those areas, in those zones also, which is this flood prone area, microfinance is going on. They have developed a kind of
that's happening in Bihar also.
Right.
That's happening in Bihar also. Bihar, if you see that Koshi River floods every year, but that entire area is properly covered under the microfinance sector.
Right. So this kind of, both of the sides we have seen. So if we can get a kind of little deeper dig and try to understand that what would be the process, as Mr. Mamin was telling. So this is
basically we need to draw a way forward. In fact, basically, as Saibal was mentioning, our idea was to go forward with some kind of a strategy. But then that's what CMD also suggested. But then subsequent discussions, SIDBI only said that instead of we assuming certain things and doing something, let's understand the real reason behind that and then go accordingly, which found to be quite valid, I found.
And it is going to be one of the game-changing study for microfinance segment, financial inclusion segment.
Right.
Because it will not only help SIDBI, it will help whole your this lenders and bankers community to take
Definitely.
certain decision. So over to you.
Yeah. Hello, Deepak.
Yeah. Atul.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of things. First of all, actually, specifically regarding the meeting that has been scheduled on Monday. See, we are all constrained for time, and we have several engagements. I appreciate that Sadhan has given us this opportunity to work on this study, but you need to appreciate that simultaneously there are several other engagements that we are involved. If there is a meeting scheduled with an external stakeholder, such as SIDBI or other people around who will be there in the call, we need to be given a fair bit of time. And also, if there is a presentation schedule, so to be again specific, early in the day today, I received a mail from Sangeeta ji which says that by M2I, I had no idea that we need to make a presentation. I had no idea that this particular meeting will involve external people. We also we work with SIDBI in our independent capacities, so we cannot go under prepared or unprepared.
You should not be.
So this the time frame that has been given, a Sunday and a Monday, given other engagements, is.
I think this meeting is
ready for a call with Sadhan, but this time frame is small.
I agree.
No, it's fine. If you want to take it forward for other days, we can always. That's not at all a big problem.
Yeah.
And again, it is on Tuesday, I think, na? That meeting is on Tuesday.
It's on Tuesday.
It's on Tuesday.
It's on Tuesday. Yeah.
Secondly, I mean, if there are two meetings that are being scheduled, so there should be separate time slots. So it could continue, but M2I could join after the first meeting has been completed. So
that's the process
allowed. But it is not apparent from the mail that we have received.
Okay.
It will be two different. It's two different studies we are talking about. So one will be completed, and then only the second will be discussed.
The second will be
Yeah. So if we join, like I said, our time, we're constrained for time. So if we join,
I agree.
So that should be made clear that between 5:30 and 6.
No, Atul, tell me one thing. Will you be able to join on Tuesday? If it is not possible, don't worry. We can fix up another day. It's not.
Eventually, we can also talk to this task force member, this advisory members, and we can make it through circulation. That's also not at all a problem. We can always do that.
See, there are a couple of deeper issues, I guess, because this is going to be an intensive study. We can certainly join. Just that we'd like to be present for the second meeting, not the first one. So allow us that extra half an hour.
Yeah.
Definitely. That is understood. Actually, that communication may be a little confusing, but it is understood that these are two different events. Only because the committee is the same, we are having them on the same day. Otherwise, these are two different events.
Yeah.
So bringing them together is a problem. Bringing them together is a problem. For that reason, we have scheduled in same day.
Right. So, which we appreciate, we understand, but just that it needs to be specific that M2I should join at 5:30 or 5:45 or whatever. Okay. So that gives us that extra 30-45 minutes, which is right now, personally for me, very important. Even every half an hour is important for me. Right. Secondly, miscommunications of this type, where we are being exposed to external parties without being properly briefed, puts us on back foot. So I mean, I know I'm being blunt.
No, if you see the TOR, Atul, if you see the TOR, it is written over there. There will be an advisory committee.
Yeah, so for that, so earlier communication from Sadhan was that the meeting that is being scheduled on the 23rd is an internal meeting. That was our understanding.
Okay.
So, I'm fine with the TOR. I'm fine with the advisory committee also. There's no issue. But just that communication.
So Atul, once again, I am asking you if you are having any problem with 22nd, we can still change the date. But if you are okay with 22nd, you can join separately. You don't have to
yeah.
join in the first, beginning of the meeting. You can join subsequently. And the idea is to only to give some what is that you are planning to do and get some views of the
Inputs.
advisory board. That's all. It is nothing that we are not going to
Even
make
in
anything.
Even in the last study also the same thing happened.
I am aware, I know. I mean, my point is we will join. I'm not saying we'll not join. I get the context also. I was involved in the discussions that led to the proposal. But subsequently, whatever discussions may have happened between Sadhan and SIDBI, we have not been party to it, and we've not, we have not received any communication regarding the direction it has gone. So that is an area, gray area for us. Right now, we understood certain things when Saibal and Gigi sir, both of you did tell us what is the expectation and what not. But if we just said yes to the meeting and we went to the meeting, we went for the meeting on Tuesday, then we did not know. So I guess if there is a mail trail, or there are certain written expectations, something which have happened, those could be shared with us. We will be able to take the call on Tuesday. It's just that we'll join maybe at 5:30. So what is likely to be the duration, that needs to be clarified.
It is 1 hour, 1 hour.
So we'll join at 6. So that is again.
Sangeeta, what's the time frame? It is 4:30 to 5:30 and 5:30 to 6:30, right?
Right now, the mail that I have received says that we are proposing to have the Kickstart meeting on 22nd of August at 5 p.m. The studies that will be discussed are as follows, and then there are 2 studies. The presentation will be by IGIDR team and M2I team in that order. So I don't know how long the other presentation will last.
No, it is 1 hour. It is 1 hour and 1 hour.
So then it should be made clear that M2I can join at 6 or 5:55 for that matter. That would be fine. But right now
it's fine. It's fine. Yeah.
So we'll send a mail. Atul, we'll send one more mail indicating the specific time at which you should be there. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it fine?
Yeah, that should be enough. And in the future, because we are, we will be working on certain issues, and there is an advisory committee involved which has external stakeholders. We'd appreciate if we are given a little bit of insight into what has transpired behind, which we may not otherwise know. So
no. Let me tell you that I had a discussion with you people, and I have told you categorically what is the basis of this study, and we have worked together on that one, and then we sent it to SIDBI. So it is not that it was not updated and what has transpired between SIDBI.
Primarily the communication part, Shoaib. The communication, again I'll be blunt. The communication was not clear. It led to a little bit of anxiety on our part because we are not prepared, and we will put in efforts and prepare ourselves. But the communication needs to be clear. And this mail that we received is not an example of a clear communication.
No, it is not. It is not there that this 1 hour slot is not there. Yes, that's true.
So
but
that's all I'm asking for. So whoever
perfectly fine.
Whoever communicates with us has to be very clear, because in the past also it's happened with us that we have been inserted into meetings which had people from NABARD. And it has happened that we have been given expectations which were totally different from what the client expected. The Selco DRE training exercise, which I had to work twice over, because the first time around I had been briefed in a certain way, which I worked over. I gave the output, and it came out that it is not what the client expected. I go into a call with them directly, then the expectation is entirely different. I had to work twice over. So that is my expectation. Whatever happened.
I was not aware about that one.
So we should be kept in loop. The communication has to be clear, and I appreciate that Sadhan has asked us or likes to work with us. We also like to work with Sadhan, but we also appreciate that Sadhan has other agencies which can work for it. So there are certain ways in which we work, and our expectations are like, we are very firmly that if those expectations are not met, probably it's not worth our work. Which is not to say that we'll not be giving our fullest and best on this study. It's just telling you very frankly what makes us anxious.
No, it's fine. I was not aware about that one. that what has transpired before this study. Okay. I mean, I had a discussion with Deepak.
Okay, I think that part is now over. I think let's not
So
further
only
discuss
we'll be
on that.
joining the call. Maybe 5:50 or 5:55 before time.
Okay, Atul, we got it. We got to your point. We will be doing accordingly. Now let's stop that. We have been discussing for the last half an hour that only. Let's anything more to be discussed, let's discuss. Otherwise, let's close the meeting.
If we can talk about little bit of design, that how are you thinking?
No, no. If you have anything to discuss, let's discuss. Otherwise, let's not waste our time. You also, time is important for you also. Let's close it. We got your point, and we fully appreciate what you said. And henceforth, I think the communication has to be very clear, especially when there is some two meetings are happening together. We got that.
Yeah, I guess there's nothing more from our side. We'll be prepared for the meeting on Tuesday.
Okay.
We may not be making a PowerPoint presentation, but we'll definitely have the points ready. I'll try and have a PowerPoint ready also. If nothing else, we'll go on. We'll present the proposal file.
See, whether you give a PowerPoint presentation or otherwise, it's up to you. I don't think anything we have any specific demand like that. We only basically what you should be presenting there is that what is that you are planning to do under this study based on the you are mentioned there. What is that you are planning to do? And let's hear from the committee whether they have anything to give. Thereafter only you can finalize the whole approach. So it's not a final thing we are going to present there. You are only making your views and hearing from them and trying to make a take a final approach after hearing from them. That's all.
Yeah, that is fine.
Getting some directives from them.
That's all. So you don't have to even make a PPT. There is no need to make a PPT. If you are otherwise able to do without that also, that's sufficient. Just to hear from them, understand their views, and put your views and try to amalgamate both and try to take it forward.
That is perfectly fine. We should be able to do that. There's nothing more from our side. Unless Deepak has certain questions.
Deepak, anything from your side?
I guess I had asked this thing also. I'm not sure what, again, the discussion points to what kind of discussion you had with SIDBI. So this study is specific to microfinance portfolio only, or is it specific to other lenders also, like
No,
banks?
It's microfinance only. We are talking about why microfinance institutions are not going into certain areas. That's a basic question.
Okay.
That's what I said. See, if you take microfinance per se, even SHG financing is a microfinance. So if you see that, almost all districts will be covered. But we say that 70% is by 200 districts, another 100 districts has got another 10-15%. So in the process, we find some 200-300 districts do not have any microfinance presence at all. So we are basically looking at that. Otherwise, through banks, some microfinance activities, some small loans must be giving. But we are looking at how my MFIs should be.
But in this case, there is what they were also telling, that MFIs are there, and if the other agencies can also be vitalized, if like these cooperatives and other, but our major focus is microfinance.
So microfinance, including SHG bank linkage portfolio.
No, Saibal, are you looking at that?
No, it is not. It is microfinance.
Terms of reference में क्या लिखा है? आप जरा निकाल दीजिए. If you have the terms of reference in front of you, you can take out. Can you take out?
Oh, finance. It is not that much written over there. Check.
What are the terms of reference? Sangeeta, you have?
Yes, sir. I'm trying to find.
Just read out the terms of reference. See, I'm sure that our requirement is that why MFIs are not, whether it is for profit or not for profit, why MFIs are not going into certain areas and what are the issues there and how to overcome that. That is what my understanding is. That let's see what the terms of reference, whether SIDBI has made any modification to that.
No. I'm just trying to get it also. No, it is not written over here.
What are the statements?
It is written over here that grant support financing. Just a minute. I think if we, it is saying that please refer to your proposal dated on April 13th. So what we sent to
proposal में क्या दिखा होगा? Proposal में terms and things होगा ना?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Just a minute, give me a bit of time. I'm showing. Actually, whatever we have done, like this M2I and Sadhan.
So let's go with that presumption only. We'll only be looking at why MFIs are not going in that. And if suppose we hear something differently from the committee, then we can look at the time. We'll see whether something more to be added. Otherwise, at the moment, we go with this presumption that it is basically about the MFIs, whether both for profit as well as non-for-profit. Why these MFI institutions are not going into terms of reference में नहीं T और में A क्या A नहीं
नहीं I'm showing. I mean they know that this M2I, they know Atul and Deepak, they have only sent us, na? So method, I'm showing it. Let me show it. Where is it? No, I got. Where is it?
Cyber, let's go with this presumption only. If there is any different view coming up during the discussion with the committee,
yes.
We will take it. But I'm almost sure it is that we are looking at only MFI's that's what we are looking at.
Are you getting to see it?
But methodology, then?
That methodology. That's what we have discussed.
No. In the proposal, there must be some terms of.
This is the proposal. No, there is this. We have sent in this format. This is the format. This background and methodology, deliverables, time frame, budget. About Sadhan, about support partner M2I. This is the format.
No,
so this.
Just scroll down. Let's see. No, go down.
I'm doing it. This is.
Deliverables में देखो.
Deliverables
must be having.
So this is the background. What has transpired between us and SIDBI?
Yes. And we have also identified some districts which are supposed to be credit deficit districts.
Yes, I mean for background. So this is methodology, east, west, north, south. We will see. Then possible each district key stakeholders will be identified. Then develop this.
Take one. For mechanical checklist will be developed to interviews with the stakeholders. It will be developed along the following dimensions. Geography is making it difficult to reach the clients. Risk perception on account of natural disasters. Perception of poor credit discipline. Take.
So these are the institutions we need to talk to. So these are the institutions we need to talk to. Point 3. Point 4, these are the checklists of like discussion points. Then feedback. Then this is.
Deliverables में क्या दिखा? Let's see.
And deliverables is like it is the report, structure of the report, all those stuff.
Nothing else. I think let's go with that only. That is our study. It is on how to expand microfinance institutions activities.
So these are the things what we have sent it. I mean, we have worked with M2I only. So these are the 3-4. These 2 points are important for us. On the basis of this, they will develop a presentation or whatever deliver means whatever process they want to adopt. They can present it, and then we will hear from our this advisory committee and.
Chalo, I think let's close it. I think let's not waste the time. It's they also need time to.
And these are all written over there, and these are the points you have sent it to us, right? We had a long discussion on it.
Chalo, Deepak, let's take it in that way only.
So
And accordingly prepare your approach note for that and present it there. And if the committee has something different points to add on or something more to add on, we can accordingly modify it. Okay.
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 So committee includes who are the people you know?
So it is this yours Rijwan sir is there. Then one professor from IIT Mumbai is there. Then your this director of IGIDR is there.
No, director of IGIDR is not joining, no?
No, he told that he will, but I told Dr. Sarkar that you talk to your IGIDR, his director, and get his approval if it is possible. So let us see if he is there. So then Chandramouli is there.
From SIDBI, GM is there, okay.
This Chandramouli is there.
And I am there?
Yeah, you are there.
That's all I think.
That's all.
So let's see if there is no other different view on that. Let's go in this presumption only. We will be looking at why MFI growth is slow in certain areas, and what is the reason and how we can make it faster.
Okay, sir.
That's fine. That's all. Maybe you can also look at if you are going, because we are talking about the credit deficit districts. So if MFIs are not there, how that credit needs are being met. Whether the other institutions are active, whether how much they are able to meet their credit needs, that maybe you can bring in. That's all.
Yeah, this is the this your point 3. We need to talk to them.
Sure.
Anything from anything from M2I?
Nothing. Thank you so much for your time.
Okay. So see you on Tuesday at 22nd.
A bit of stress. Thank you so much. So yeah, we can call it over. I understand the broad context. We understand it. We'll be making a presentation. Let's see how we do it. I remember the discussions we had on how we should do a study like this. There,
right.
I guess we have taken a slightly broader view, but I guess it makes sense to narrow it down to MFIs unless the committee advises us otherwise.
Because I have put that one, this thing, to see in SIDBI's proposal. Whatever I have showed it is in a SIDBI's proposal. So, it should be microfinance focused, but we need to talk to all these people,
right,
to get the right kind of perspective.
Yes. And that will also give us insights, like Gigi sir said, whether the credit needs are unmet or there are formal sector financial institutions which actually are fulfilling it.
Right.
So
that should be sufficient. Yeah, and that should be sufficient.
Okay, sir. So thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you, and see you on Tuesday. Yeah. Okay.
So
we will send you a letter and we'll indicate the time.
The specific times. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Take care.